I'm mostly a casual gamer. I go to work, I come home, and I play some Dead by Daylight when I get home. Things like that, or I'll just play on the weekends when I feel like having time, or just, when I'm trying to switch things up. So I do record these, and mostly it's just so I could see what I've done wrong in a lot of cases, or if I get confused over something somebody had done. And so I'm not just outright accusing them of cheating sometimes, which I know that is a thing, and there's been a couple times I've questioned it, and either I've dispelled it or I just wasn't sure. And sometimes I'll go back and look at what perks they had, because I have a habit of just, as soon as I'm done with the match, not even looking at the perks and move on. So what I'm doing today is I'm looking back at this match I had with this TTV I was playing with, and I'm playing Nurse because I had a riff thing. I can't think of what they're called off the top of my head, to get 6 blink hits with the Nurse. And I originally was a Nurse main when I first picked up this game. It was either in 2016 or 2017. All I know is I believe it was the Hag or the Doctor was the new killer at the time. And so I played Nurse because I got good with the Nurse for a long time, and I mained as her. But then I stopped having fun with the Nurse and started playing other killers. And now we're at this point where I typically only play Nurse when I have like a daily ritual or a riff thing to do. And I don't have practice, so as you'll see it from my view, I'm not very good at the Nurse. And for some reason, this TTV thinks I'm as arrogant as he is, and thinks I just think I'm really good at this. And I have an idea of why, but we'll go ahead and wrap it up after all this. So just notice when you're watching this, I'm not good with the Nurse, and I never pretended to be good at the Nurse. I feel like I'm a competent killer. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm a great killer, but when it comes to the Nurse, you may not see that.
Probably be back because they don't have anything else to do. They're probably
The Nurse.
near their alternate account.
Fuck, I played for 9 hours last night and did a Nurse.
Yeah, the Nurse, they haven't really been playing the Nurse lately.
I didn't see a Billy in my 9-hour stream yesterday either. Fucking Surge or Eruption or whatever. What are you doing over there, Ada?
Okay.
I got to save.
I totally forgot that you said it was the Nurse, and then she floated up and kicked my ass. I'm down.
Damn, she's whooping some ass right now.
But they're doing it in style and the pool.
Garbage. Try a little harder, nerd boy. Push your controller button a little harder. Maybe that'll work for you. You're so good, dude. Best nurse in the game, for sure. I know you think you are. He's coming back. What a cunt.
I just want to make a note right here that I intentionally chose not to chase him again because I do actively try not to tunnel, and this will be important later on.
She's coming, she's coming. You're so good. How'd you get so good? That's the whip. That was a good blink. That was a terrible fucking whip. You got no edge, you stupid bitch? You probably do.
So take note of this situation. The door is open. She's on the hook next to an open door. I usually don't camp, and I never camped even before the anti-camping mechanic was even implemented into the game. But if you are not going to camp the hook that's next to an open door, then you're stupid. And if you think that's just general camping, you are also stupid for that same reason.
Sorry, crazy person, but you were being camped and I'm injured.
Basically, so of course he accuses me of camping and tunneling. And I did get a little toxic in the in-game chat as well, so it's not like I'm going to pretend like I was the victim in this situation. Because honestly, I really don't care. And, I wasn't even going to make a video on this, but, I just decided to, sometime afterwards. And, once I've recorded the game from his point of view, just so I could see what was going on. I mean, the guy was shit-talking practically the entire match. And, he assumes that I am just as arrogant as he is. Because if you listen to what he's saying half the time, and to be fair, like, the majority of what you heard him say is the majority of what he did say. He doesn't really talk much during his streams. He's one of those streamers. And he did have a couple viewers, and I did go into his chat afterwards, which, I normally don't do. I usually will look at the streamer afterwards just to see what they say. Or, if it was a really fun match, I will actually say, good game. I rarely, when I have a heated match, do I ever say anything afterwards. But I kind of got the feeling that he was talking trash at the end of the chat, because he is a TTV. And I can't feel like I'm wrong on it, but I could be way off base on this one. And, he's saying I'm viewer shaming him. But it's like, yeah, I don't have viewers because I run a small channel and I upload when I feel like it. Prior to this episode, or prior to this incident, I think my last video I uploaded was like 4 months ago, because I don't really care too much to put too much time into these. And it's not like I guess it's not that I don't care. It's just, it's not something that I tend to take the time to do. Like I said, I play this game casually. If I want to upload a video, I do every so often because, it's something I just decided to do. But either way, this is not a way to get viewers into your stream, because I actually used to stream on Twitch. It was under a different name, but I got to a point where, I realized I didn't have it because I wasn't talking in my stream either. So it's not like I'm sitting here reflecting and saying that I was so much better of a streamer than he was. No, I probably was just as bad as him, except I really wasn't all that toxic. I also did retro games at the time. I did stream Dead by Daylight a little bit at the beginning too. But it wasn't something I really had the heart to do. So that's why I stopped streaming. And obviously, if you can't talk during the entire time, then nobody's going to watch your stream. And if the only time you talk is toxic, nobody's going to want to stick around either, which is probably why this guy only has a few viewers at a time. And maybe he does more other times, but I don't know. Maybe just the stream he wasn't doing too good. And hey, I'm just gonna say, if you happen to watch the stream, I'm not trying to dunk on you hardcore, but you got to see it from my point of view. I really wasn't trying to be good. I did drag on that chase against him longer than I should have, and it was just mainly because I recognized he was a decent player, and I needed to practice on getting the hits. That was pretty much the reason why I wasted more time than I should have. I mean, I threw the match essentially because of that, but at the end of the day, I don't. It's not that big of a deal to me. I play to have fun. And this guy was trying to take that away from me by saying I should run no ed, which made no sense to me. It was the first time I ever heard somebody say that I should run no ed. And it's not a perk I typically like to use because I do kind of feel dirty using no ed at the end of the game. I don't know why. It's just one of those weird perks that, yeah, it's a good perk and it's valid, and yes, it can be removed, but it's one of those ones that I just don't like running. So anyway, that's all I got for this one. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll upload the next video when I feel like it, basically. So don't expect anything anytime soon. Have a good one.